Stormwood and Associates is a part of the Nerd and Time Network, a collective of independent creators producing original podcasts, shows, books, and other media. You can find more content like this at nerdandtie.com or join our community by joining our Discord at nerdandtie.com/discord or joining our forum at nerdandtie.social. The Dark Wizard Galthus was overthrown, and the Fey Courts restored. 50 years later in the wilds, but only a few years later in our world, a woman named Eloise Stormwood has arrived in this magical realm to open a new office of Stormwood and Associates. The black sheep of her family, she wants to prove herself, but she may be in over her head. They call it the Wilds for a reason. Stormwood and Associates stars Becca Johnson, Gen Proc, Celeste Startwin, and Trey Dorn.
We open on another work day at this branch of Stormwood and Associates. It's the mid-afternoon. It looks like it's been a slow day, and the office hasn't been especially busy. Maybe we haven't had many jobs since the last one. Or maybe we're just caught up.
Who's been eating my Sour Patch Kids? I get up and I walk up to one of the empty desks and climb on top of it. I hold up a small bag that is a half-empty bag of Sour Patch Kids. This was unopened. I only have so many of these. It was not even in the public cabinet. It was in the cabinet that says do not open. It has been opened. Half have been eaten. Who ate my candy?
Those are really good.
Yes, they are, and I can't get them here.
If it makes you feel better, I've actually been importing those giant bags of gummy worms. I can bring one into the pantry.
They're not the same. And also, I have seen the things that you call giant gummy worms, and they are alive, and that is terrifying.
Well, I'm sorry, but I was trying to. I spoke to some humans once, and they told me that they wanted gummy worms, and I got them gummy worms, and I was trying to be thoughtful.
I don't care what they taste like. If it's alive, it's not candy. It's the Do you see how these are inanimate? Get one out here. This inanimate sugar and flavors that I cannot name, and cornstarch and something called, inverted sugar, whatever the hell that is, citric acid. I'm just reading the label. Contains less than 2% of tartaric acid, citric acid, natural, and I don't care but none of it is alive.
Do humans like pretending to eat people? I noticed you got a lot of those.
I'm not a human. I'm a halfling. I'm a little short.
Yeah, but I mean, like, in the other world, do they? Because they eat, it feels like they eat a lot of things shaped like people. Sour Patch Kids, those chocolate elves. I don't know, those jelly babies. All of those look like people, including babies. I was told repeatedly by people from the other dimension that it's not okay to eat babies.
It's not okay to eat living babies, correct. a candy shaped like baby is still candy. Also, nobody. Okay, the only people who pretend to like jelly babies are British people and nerds.
I don't. I've never had them.
And we all agree that there's something wrong with British people.
So just rounding back, that's a no to the bag of gummy worms then.
No, just stop eating my candy.
I want to go back a bit. It's also a no to eating babies, not just the living ones.
No, I don't personally do it. I just think it's interesting that humans like
eating. The effigy
eating.
of one is not the same as eating like an actual...
I understand where you're coming from. I just, with him.
But I mean in that dimension, why?
I'm
why
not
do
really
they
into
eat?
veal, but I mean, I guess that is kind of morally objectionable.
Also, like I'm just saying, like a lot of things from that side of the rift, it feels like they eat a lot of humanoid things in effigy, and that feels weird to me.
Well, it was really fun to bite the head off first, and then pretend that they're like running around without their head, screaming.
How do they scream without their head?
I don't know. It's candy.
Well, I also like to eat candy that's shaped like at the holidays. You get the Reese's peanut butter trees, and we don't want to eat a real tree. A candy being shaped like something is not eating the thing.
Some trees have some really tasty bark, though, to be fair.
Cinnamon is delicious, but that's not the point.
There's the door opens, maybe a little, and walking through the threshold is a kind of not like exactly maybe not stereotypically maybe not your stereotypical dwarf in terms of like attire. Looks pretty has a pretty clean shaven or not clean shaven but like a clean outfit. Big very fluffy beard. That's about the only thing that doesn't look as completely professional, but everything is completely professional looking except for this long proper dwarf beard.
I hop off the desk and immediately shove the gummy, not the gummy, the Sour Patch Kids bag into my hip pouch.
Oh, hi.
Hi, I'm Eloise Stormwood. Welcome to Stormwood and Associates. What can we help you with?
Yeah, oh, wow, you're it. You're the Stormwood. You're the real deal, Eloise.
That's what the name on the door says.
I mean, yeah, I expected to talk to, like, a secretary or something. Yeah, you know how it is.
We're a lean operation.
Ah, lean, I like it. I like it nice and small. That's real good. I like that a lot. Hello.
What?
It's a nice...
What can I help you with?
Well, I'm finding myself in a bit of a jiffy, and it's a bit upsetting, but I'm looking for security.
Okay.
Are you familiar at all with dwarvish historical sites?
I can't say that personally I am, although some of my staff may be more familiar. I just look at Roxy.
Yeah.
Oh, hello. Yeah. Okay, great. Nice to meet you. Oh, I never said my name. I'm so sorry. My name is Augustus Tuernin, but my friends call me Toots.
I'm sorry, could you repeat your last name again? Trade just didn't hear it.
Oh, Tuernin. Or Tuernin.
I'm just going to write down that phonetically and not worry about that in my notes.
It's fine. Augustus Tuernin. Though, like I said, my friends, they call me Toots.
Okay. Toots. You were talking about security.
Yeah, well, it's I never thought I'd have to do this, as you may know. In the next or maybe you don't. Uh there was a discovery just last year of a ancient dwarf city. A dwarven city not that far from here. It was home of a king once, it was. Its name was Deerbrim.
I'm just, as an aside, Celeste, you are going to have to give me spellings for all of this for the goddamn episode description.
Oh, you know it. You know it.
You see, Deerbrim was this amazing city. Some of us thought that it was mythological, didn't think it was real. And then one of my assistants, well, assistant, not my assistant anymore. They're a proper archaeologist, they are. They went down, did some digging, and sure enough, they think they found it, the real Deerbrim. Ah, it's beautiful. I went down there once myself. Absolutely gorgeous. You look up when you're at the lowest point, and the crystals and the rocks and the precious metals. Oh, the king. The king was like no one else. He made sure that all of those precious metals, they would hang above us. Above the people. And you look up and they were like stars, they were. It's a beautiful sight. But you see, well, it hasn't exactly been easy for most of us historians, especially of the dwarvish variety lately.
How so?
Ah, this one's hard for me. This one's real hard, it is. Have you, or any of your coworkers ever read a series of pamphlets called The Humans Below?
I can't say that I have. I'm just like glancing at everybody else in the room.
I'm like, what? No.
I know a guy who was really into those. Had some very problematic views.
Yeah, that matches. That matches. There's an elf. A writer of sorts. Not a very good writer, but apparently very persuasive. His name is Elrich Van Duer. And Elrich has been publishing a series of pamphlets called The Humans Below. And, well, mostly he just goes around to historical sites that weren't built by elves and assumes that humans from across the multiverse must have built them because, you know, dwarves or goblins or orcs wouldn't be smart enough to do it. He calls it ancient human theory.
What species is Elric Van Duer?
He's an elf.
Okay.
All right, the most well, he thinks he's the most elfy looking elf you've ever seen. If you look at the illustrations, the portrait that he has on the back of his pamphlets, with the long flowing blonde hair and the perfect complexion. Yeah, he's got quite the charisma, he do. But, well, he also has a big following. Like, a rather large following, actually. And, that's where my problem comes in. See, well, in honor of the discovery of, Deerbrim, we were hoping to have, we were hoping to open up parts of it so that people could attend and appreciate it in time for a festival that so one of the local dwarf history societies were putting on. We are going to have outside. We are going to serve traditional food and do traditional dance, and then late at night, the most exciting part, the traditional saucy dwarf limerick contest. You ever been to one?
No.
Yeah, of course. I've been to them. Yeah.
You've been to the saucy dwarf limerick contest. Yeah. They're real good fun. Don't bring your kids though. Oh no. No. Though there's some good ones about how we got more dwarves, I'll tell you that much. Am I right? Yeah. Yeah, so we were just going to have this beautiful cultural festival, but I'm worried about this Elrich Van Door. Oh, I don't trust him. He's been I got a look at one of his most recent pamphlets, and it sounds like a bunch of his followers might want to come to the festivities and maybe interrupt and, I don't know, desecrate the site or steal things to try to prove that dwarves couldn't have built it. It's horrible. Look, the Historical Society doesn't have a lot of money to throw around, and even knowing that, I have a little bit of a windfall, and I'd like to do everything in my power to make sure the festival this year is a real hit, and maybe have it be a hit going forward, too. So I was, Eloise Stormwood, your name, the family name, it's got a bit of a reputation, and I was hoping that maybe you could come by and, give us some security, and also, maybe, it will scare someone like Elrich Van Door and his friends away. Maybe.
Okay. So, Eloise is thinking. So you say you had a small windfall.
Yeah.
Obviously, my staff needs to get paid.
Well, you're still going to get paid.
Right. Why don't you come into my office and we negotiate some rates?
All right.
I walk him into my office. So Celeste, this guy look like he's actually got money or not?
He looks like he has some money, but he's not like, yeah, you've definitely seen people in much, you've seen, he doesn't look destitute, but he doesn't exactly look like he's loaded either.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
all right.
That
was
really
Trey,
thankful.
not Eloise, making noise. All right. Well, I think we can take the job. Here, I'm going to give him the lower rate sheets. Because there are two sets of rate sheets. The rate sheets I give to people who I think I can milk money out of, and the people who I think are broke. I'm giving him the lower rate sheets.
I think we can probably swing this. Maybe I'll put it up maybe I can, if put out a hat, put out a hat outside some of the food stalls, and we can give you tips for would you make an extra tip or two over the week, over the festival? Yeah, you like tips?
I think we can come to an
Tips are
arrangement
good?
that works. It's
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can do that.
okay.
Yeah.
How about this? If your event, if your festival is a failure, you don't have to pay us. You only have to pay us if the festival is a success.
Whew. Whoa, that's a relief. That's a huge relief. Let me tell you right now. Huge relief. Huge relief.
All right.
Everyone thinks, you're a dwarf. You got all the gold and the precious metals and things. It's like, well, not all the dwarfs have that.
Although it sounds like you
kings?
got some in the ceiling.
Well, yeah, but those are. I've
I'm a
got to
pretty good
stop people
climber. I wink.
from stealing. You're joking. It's a knee slap. I see what you did there. It's a knee. Slapping the knee. That's what I did in response.
All right. Well, then I just need you to fill out this paperwork. And I open up a drawer and pull out like a stack of contracts and slap it down on the desk. Just need you to sign here, flip page, here, flip page, here, initial on these rows here, and here, and then the standard waiver, and then just also on this one that says you will not feed us anything with lead in it. And I put a pen down.
Has that been a problem in the past?
Every form
being fed
exists.
lead.
Every form exists because of necessity. Every single form exists because of necessity.
Wow. That's
Paris office had a bad day.
I see. Well, don't worry, we don't feed lead. Just the finest of dwarf delicacies that my food vendors and one food cart will bring.
Okay, I'm also gonna pack a lunch. Got it. All right, just
Fancy new food cart. No, it's good. It's good. It's fancy. It's a new food cart. It's very good. It's new. Quite shiny.
okay. Is the food that goes in it new?
Why would the food that could go in it not be new? Oh, no. It's good. It's good. I tried it. It was real good.
I open my bottom desk drawer and grab another bag of Sour Patch Kids and shove it into my side pouch. And obviously, we're just signing forms for a minute.
Yeah. So he signs everything. Like checks over a couple of them pretty thoroughly, but
It's all really boring.
yeah. This is wow.
We're a thorough
This is-
organization.
No, it gives me it actually puts me at ease knowing that you are so thorough.
You can
All right.
you can tell that the Queen of the Spring Court is a Stormwood.
Yeah, a little bit. I should get in contact with the. I bet the courts. I bet the courts would help with maintaining historical sites.
I know they're very busy, so I don't know. But you can do whatever you want on your own time. I'm not here to tell you how to run your thing.
Yeah. Your local Dwarvish Historical Society. It's we're local.
They're dealing with some big picture stuff there. We should leave them alone.
What's bigger picture than the past though? Heritage. It's good. Trust me. It'll be good.
I think it's fine. All right, so and then once we're done with the forms, I'll lead them back out. So yeah, it's so all right. So where do you need us to be and when?
Well, so the event is coming up this coming weekend. So I'd like you there both Friday night and Saturday, all day. And then we're not doing anything on Sunday.
All right, accommodations?
Well, I have at my house, I have a guest room and also a couch that has a fold-out bed. You pull it out of the couch, you see.
Okay. Are there any local hotels?
Yeah. There's he pulls out a map and starts pointing them out. Just kind of.
All right. I'm going to go look for a phone book. Great. All right. So, yeah, I get whatever information we need just, about the boring parts about, route there and stuff. And
Excellent.
He's told us when to get there and stuff. All right. All right. Well, I'm assuming he's given us like an exact address of where to be.
He has. He's given the address with coordinates. With the start time. The event basically will open up Friday night, but most of the activities are going to be on the Saturday of that weekend.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, if you could be there at around 2:30 on Saturday on Friday, not on Saturday. I need you there all Saturday, but 2:30 on Friday. I'll look forward to seeing you.
All right. Look forward to it. And I lead him out of the office whenever he's ready to go.
Yeah, well, pleasure to meet you. I look forward to seeing you again. Yeah.
Yep.
You have a good one, Toots.
Yep.
Thanks. Thank you. Have a good day.
All right. Once he leaves and the door closes behind him, I'm going to turn around. All right. So, should we just kill that Elric Van Dor guy once he shows up?
That sounds like a plan, yeah.
Just make him disappear.
That sounds like a really good idea.
Yeah, what a shithead.
Maybe not do it publicly, but it might be a good idea, yeah.
Yeah, Valerie, what do you think?
And then just enjoy the
At
festival.
this point, let me do my thing. I was gonna do a cool thing. Let me do it.
Sorry.
At this point, Valerie bursts out of the bathroom. You smell fumes of nail polish, and she's showing off gold leopard print nails. Oh my gosh, look at what I did. Oh my gosh, aren't they amazing? I did such a good job. What I miss?
Am I the only one who didn't notice she wasn't in the room? Have you been eating my Sour Patch Kids?
No.
No.
It was just me.
Not at all. Roxy and I were not sharing them.
Narrow my eyes. Okay, we have a
Going to
job.
festival.
We're going to a festival. There's some weird elf dude.
Sick.
It's a dwarven thing. There's some weird elf dude doing weird racism. Like weird racism. Like the weirdest racism. Stormwood & Associates is a production of the Nerd and Tie Network. For more information about the show, go to nerdandtie.com/stormwood. There you can find subscription links to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or any other major platform. You can follow the show on social media by following Nerd and Tie at nerdandtie.bsky.social on Blue Sky, facebook.com/nerdandtie on Facebook, or nerdandtie.tumblr.com. You can also join our online community at nerdandtie.social or join our Discord with an invite at nerdandtie.com/discord.